f of x, or we can say limiting value of f of x at x equal to a, or another way, or value of f of x. We are calculating value of f of x in the neighborhood of a. This is very important. This is below one is very important statement. This is what I wanted you to say. Limit extends to a, f of x means what? Limit extends to a, f of x means what, ma? You are calculating value of f of x. You are calculating value of f of x in what, ma? Where you are calculating f of x?
Neighborhood of
In the
A.
neighborhood of a. Understood or not? You are calculating value of f of x in the neighborhood of a. This statement you should have told for whoever I thought to tell this statement. Value of f of x we are calculating. Where we are calculating? In the neighborhood of a we are calculating. F of x value in the neighborhood of a. A ki surroundings lo what is the value we are calculating. Understood or any doubt? What is that, sir? What, sir? Still I didn't understand. Okay, I'll tell you. Suppose f of x is equal to x plus 2, ma. F of x is equal to x plus 2. What is value of f of x at x equal to 2? If somebody asks you value of f of x at x equal to 2, means what will you do, ma? Implies what? Implies what? This limits is not a joke, okay? This calculus will come for the studies also. If you just learn in the way, whatever, without meaningful way or without technical way, then it's going to affect further. So listen properly. Every function will have some value, no? It will give you some value. It will give different values at different points. Correct or not? Every function will give you different values at different points. This function will give you how much value at x equal to 2. How much value it will give?
4, sir.
4. I can also say that is nothing but f of 2. Correct or not, ma? That means functionally you need to substitute 2. That means you will get answer 4. Understood or not? Value of f of x at x equal to 2 means what? F of 2. Sometimes they'll not write that big statement. Directly they'll give f of 2. Directly they'll give what is f of 2. F of 2 means substitute value of x in 2. Substitute value of x place you substitute 2 and calculate the value f of 2. Clear, mom? No. What is limiting value of f of x? If they ask you what is limiting value of f of x at x equal to 2. Limiting value, not normal value. Limiting value of f of x at x equal to 2, if they ask, what you have to do? You should not do f of 2. You should not do f of 2. Meaning is not f of 2. Meaning is not f of 2. Meaning is not f of 2. What is the meaning?
Meaning is at the neighborhood of f of x. So
that means you have to calculate f of x value not at 2. You should calculate x tending to 2. Correct, no? X tending to 2 meaning is what, sir? Nothing, neighborhood of 2, that's it. Sir, what is neighborhood of 2? What is neighborhood of 2? Means this is 2, this is 0, this is 3. Neighborhood means I am marking Sima. Neighborhood means this one. Maximum, minimum 2.9. Minimum 2.9, maximum 3.1. That's it. In the region, in this region. Our beside house only we'll say neighborhood, no, ma. Same street, 5 houses beside, will we call them as neighborhood? Not neighborhood, correct or not? 2 key, 3 key, how many numbers will be there in between 2 and 3? There will be infinite numbers, correct or not? But we want only neighborhood only we want. Neighborhood means maximum or 0.1 only you can move, that's it. It's not 2.9, I'm sorry. Tell me what is the values? It's not 2.9. How much still?
0.9.
1.9 or?
0.1.
1.9 or this side 2.1, correct or not? Maximum or 0.1 backside, 0.1 upside. Comrade, focus and listen, dude. After that, if you say no clarity means question. Focus.
So no, sir. Your voice is breaking, and I'm getting the.
Can't do anything. Oops. Limit extends to 2. F of x means what? In the neighborhood of 2. That means what is neighborhood means? I'm telling you the meaning also. Below 2, just below 2. 0.9, 1.999, 1.99, 1.98, that region. And then 2.01, 2.001. That region level will be calculating the value. Clear, ma? Okay. So, in the linear functions, f of x equal to x plus 2 is what kind of function, ma? Linear function, right? Linear function, what will we do is how to calculate this value means. Done, right? Okay. Copied all the points. If you don't copy, I'm sorry. It's very bad. You have to copy. Yeah. Second one is how to calculate. So then how to calculate limiting value? Nothing but see how to calculate. I'll show you. See. What did I ask? What is limit extends to f of x, right? What you should do means straight away you need to put function x plus 2 and substitute. Here also we'll substitute. Here also we'll substitute 2. Sorry, you are telling in neighborhood of 2. No, neighborhood of 2 means what? 1.999 I should substitute. No. 2.001 you should substitute. No. Yes, ma. That is technically correct. But we won't substitute that value. We'll substitute 2 only. How much will get, ma? 4. Okay. Get 4. This 4 is called limiting value. Sir, normal value is also 4. Yes, normal value is also 4. Limiting value is also 4. Limiting value is not an exact value. It is what, ma? Approximated value. Limiting value is not. Then why do we need this, sir? Why do we need this? When you are telling about 2, why are you teaching me the concept of 2? I'll tell you. That also I'll tell you. Clear, understood? Any doubt this one? Limit extends to 2. F of x meaning is what? We are calculating value of f of x in the neighborhood of 2. How to calculate that value? We can directly substitute the point in the function. Okay. Issue will come for certain functions like f of x is equal to x square minus 4 by x minus 2. This function's limit issue will come. Not limit issues. Not limit issue means what is value of f of x at x equal to 2? Tell me, what is value of f of x at x equal to 2? That means what we should calculate? F of 2 should calculate, correct? What is the answer?
Undefined, sir.
Not defined. If I substitute 2, what will I get, ma? 0 by 0 will get not defined. So what is f of 2, ma? F of 2 is? If somebody asks you what is f of 2 value for this function means, you should tell not defined only. You should tell what, ma? Not defined. Not defined only, you should tell f of 2 value kandipa not defined. 2 is not defined. That's where limit comes into the picture, because they can ask you, if they ask you what is limit extends to 2 f of x, for this question, if they ask limit extends to 2 f of x, what we can do? Limiting value of f of x, correct or not? This means what, ma? We are not calculating value of f of x, we are calculating limiting value of f of x at x equal to 2. How to calculate means, how to limit extends to 2 f of x, we'll put like this, x square minus 4. Here also we'll substitute 2. If I substitute 2, what I am getting, ma? What I am getting? 0 by 0 form we are getting. No, that time limit lo what do we do is to get the limiting value, we apply method called factorization or rationalization. We can do factorization, rationalization. Can I do like that for factorization or rationalization? Can I do like that for this function itself? Means you should not do. First itself we should not do. Okay, sir, I will factorize and I will put 2 and I will tell limit value means wrong. In the function, you should not change the structure of function. If they ask f of 2, you should not change the structure of function. You should never change. When you can change? When you can change structure of function?
When it's under a limit, sir.
Limit value means you can change. Normally, you should not change. Normally, that's wrong. If you say, sir, x square minus 4, I'll write as x plus 2 and x minus 2. I'll cancel x minus 2 and I'll put 2 and I'll tell f of 2 value means that's wrong. That is not f of 2 value. That is limiting value of f of 2 actually. So here what will I get my x plus 2? How will I get x plus 2? Which method I am using? Factorization or rationalization? What is factorization, ma? 12 factors means what will you do, ma? 12 factorization is what?
2 into 6.
2 into 2 into 3, correct or not? Like that x square minus 4 factorization is what?
X minus 2, x plus 2.
Minus 2, x plus 2, correct or not? A square minus b square. X cube minus 8 factorization is what? X cube minus 8 factorization.
X minus 2 into x
square
minus
x square plus will come. X square plus 4x, sorry, plus x plus 2x plus 4 will come, right? A square, what is the formula? A minus b into a square plus ab
plus ab plus b square.
Plus b square, correct or not? So x square plus 2x plus 4 will come. Factorization means you should know formulas. Clear, ma? Factorization or rationalization. So I'll substitute 2. What will I get, ma, now? I'll get 4. So for this question, what is value of f of x at x equal to 2? For this question, what is value of f of x at x equal to 2? For this question, listen properly. This is only limit that this point is important, or else limit will never be cleared for you. What is the value of f of x at x equal to 2, ma, for this question?
Undefined, sir.
Undefined. What is limiting value of f of x at x equal to 2? 4.
4.
Previous question, what is the value of f of x at x equal to 2?
4, sir.
4. What is the limiting value? 4 only. Freedom, understood, amma. Sir, why limit is required means now because of this only. When you are not able to understand function at certain point, you can understand the function in the neighborhood. That's how limit will give you chance of understanding that function. Clear, no? Now limit is required, no? Because undefined means we can't analyze anything, right? We should know how it behaves at least in the neighborhood, right? That's why limit comes into the picture. When you cancel x minus 2 and put x plus 2, and if I say 4 is the answer, that's not the exact value of function. That is just approximate value of function. That approximate value only we call it as limiting value. Any doubt more? So first what I thought, I thought function is defined, limiting value is also defined. Second case, what did I give? It value exists at that point. In the neighborhood also it will exist. Second case, what did I give? Value does not exist at that point, but it will exist in the neighborhood. Okay, or simply if you don't want to talk that much, what will you say? First case I gave you, we can find value of the function as well as limiting value of the function, correct or not? Both we can find. Second case, value is not defined, but limiting value is defined, correct or not? Third case I'll give you where both of them are not defined. Understood? Huh? Where both of them are not defined. That means value you can't tell, limiting value also you can't tell. Limiting value also not defined only. That stage, that kind of cases will be there or not, so it will be there. Clear, mom? Where will we see such cases, sir? Where will you see such cases? First function I gave you x plus 2, correct or not? X plus 2, write down, madam. Graphs also important. Graph is also very important whenever you. X plus 2, how it will be, ma? F of x equal to x plus 2. F of x equal to x plus 2, how to draw? Simply f of x plus 2, you need to keep y, correct or not? When x is 0,
Y is 2.
y is 2. When y is 0,
X is minus
X is minus 2.
This is how the function was, correct or not? This is how the function was, and we are analyzing the limit where at x equal to 2. This is what we did. Draw it. We're analyzing the limit at x equal to 2. Second case ki actually, what is second function I gave you?
How you draw the graphs?
What the?
Can you repeat how you draw the graphs?
How do we draw the in childhood only? It's not a new thing. How do we draw linear equations? Graph like how to put? We'll prepare table, right? Table will prepare, right? X, Y. And what do we do? What do we do? The x one value will give, y will get y value, correct or not? Y one value will give, will get x value, right? X 0 I kept. What did I get y value?
2.
So what is the coordinate? 0, 2, no? Next.
Okay.
Next, y 0 I gave one value. What is x?
Minus 2.
It will be what, ma? Minus.
Okay.
What is the next function I gave, ma?
x square minus 4 by x minus 2.
Square minus 4 by x by 2.
X minus 2, correct or not? How to draw it means there is no, exactly I can't draw. Okay. Let's check some values and we'll see. Okay. I'll see what I can do. So y equal to what? X square minus 4 by x minus 2, right? So basically we need some values, no? So what will I put? I'll put some values. If I keep x0, what will I get, ma? x0, what will I get?
2.
Y1, how much, ma? 2, correct or not? So 0, 2 is there here also. Next, x, if I keep 1, if I keep x1, if I keep x1, ma,
3.
x1 means 3. x1 means 3 will come, right? Where it will come? 1, 3 means only 3 will come here. Next, x4 if I keep
6.
4, 6 is coming. Okay. It's coming kind of straight line only, yeah. Okay. Minus 1. Minus 1 ki what we are getting? 1.
1.
Minus 1 ki what we are getting? 1. 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 1 No. -1, if you put in this function, what will you get, Matal?
1.
-1, -3 you will get. Okay. 1 is okay. -1, 1 is 2. Okay. You are getting this line, but at 2 function is I have to put a black mark like this. Why, ma? Why black mark?
At 2 it's 0.
At 2 it is not defined, right? At 2 it is not defined. So I have to keep a black mark there. If you go just below 2, just above 2, you are almost there at 4 only, correct or not? Above 2, just below 2, if you go, you are at 4 only. Just above 2 also, you are at 4 only. That's why limiting value, we call it as 4. Okay, ma. Just below 2, just above 2, if I keep, I'll get limiting value almost 4 only. So I kept it as 4. Limiting value is 4. But not function value is not 4 because at that place the function is breaking. Why it is breaking, ma? It's not a pure line, ma. It's not a pure line. It will be broken at that point because 2 is not, at 2 it is not defined. Done, right? Shall I go to next one? Okay, what is the third case I was saying? What is the third case I was saying?
Both the function and the limiting value are
Yeah,
undefined.
third case will be like this, ma. Suppose f of x equal to x plus 3 and f of x equal to x plus 1. At what point you want to discuss f2, right? Suppose x less than or equal to this function, x greater than to this function. X less than or equal to this function, x greater than or equal to this. Okay, function value is defined, but limiting value is not defined. Okay, what is f of 2 value for this question? What is f of 2 value? What is f of 2 value for this function? Focus, ma. Focus, please. In your whole max chapter, where theoretical tricky means only limits, continuity, differentiability. Maybe Allah, it will be easy only. Till easy in the sense, I mean, too much thinking will not be there. Whether you have to practice or learn the methods properly. F of 2 value, how much?
5, sir.
F of 2 means what we should take?
Top one. X plus 3.
I should take x plus 3, correct or not? I should take x plus 3 because they are telling take this function when x is less than 2 or 2 and take this function when x is greater than 2. That's what they told, correct? X is above 2, but I asked f of 2. F of 2 means I can take above function. So answer is how much? 2 plus 3. Answer is 5. F of 2 value is defined. F of 2 value is defined. Now I want to calculate. Next, what I want to calculate, ma? I calculate value of f of x at x equal to 2, correct or not? Now what should I calculate? Limiting value of f of x at x tends to 2 I need to calculate now, correct or not? What is the meaning of limiting value of f of x at x tends to 2? What is the meaning of limiting value of f of x at x tending to 2?
Sir, we have to the value of f of x in the neighborhood of 2.
Neighborhood of 2 we are calculating, correct or not? We are calculating in the neighborhood of 2. So when you are calculating in the neighborhood of 2, which function we need to take, Nikhil? We have to take x plus 3 or x plus 2?
So should we take it like 2 minus 7 like
we can't do it one place, correct or not, ma? Because below and above we don't have same function, correct or not? Below 2, above 2 we don't have same function, ma. That issue was not there for first 2 cases, correct or not? First 2 cases that issue was not there. It is the same function for all x. So below ki above ki I was taking one function only. But now below is some function, above is one function. No, that means if you go below 2, neighborhood of below 2 if you go, then you are supposed to take x plus 3. If you go above 2, you are supposed to take
X plus 1.
x plus 1. Now what to do, sir? Substitute the limit directly. If you substitute the limit directly, how much you will get? Substitute the limit directly. That's what I did. No, I'll substitute the limit directly. If I don't get proper value, what will I do?
Take limit.
If I don't get proper value, what will I do?
You have to take limit, sir.
No, dude. I'll put the value. No, limiting value I'll keep, right? Limiting value I'll keep in the function. Okay. If I don't get proper value, what should I do, ma? Last time x square minus 4 by x minus 2, I didn't get proper value. No, when I'm substituting limiting value.
Factorization.
Factorization or rationalization we should do, correct or not? Now no need to do that thing, correct or not? Because we won't get indeterminate form. Directly we'll get it. How much? How much, ma?
Uh,
2 minus means what you are thinking? 2 minus means just below 2 only, ma. Just below 2, just below 2. Okay, it's not minus 2. 2 minus is not minus 2.
that one will be 5, sir.
This is 5, ma. This is how much?
That will be 3,
This
sir.
is 2 plus 3 will be. Notes is important, ma. Notes is very important. Please write down properly. Whenever you get a doubt, this only will help. 3. Okay. If you are calculating this and this value has meaning also, that is called left hand limit, ma. This is called right hand limit. Okay. So value has meaning also, that is called what? Left hand limit. That means what is left hand limit? I am checking the value of f of x below that point. Below that point I am checking, and I am checking value of f of x above that point. Below that point is left hand limit, above that point is right hand limit. We didn't get to this, we didn't come across this situation because we had same function for all x. But now we have
Different
a
function.
different function for different regions. That's why we had to calculate both left hand limit and right hand limit. And here I'll say, and what is the observation, ma? Left hand limit is not agreeing equal to right hand limit. So I'll say here limit does not exist. Limiting value does not exist. Value exists means value exists, but limiting value does not exist. See, this is the third model. Third model is what? First model is what? Value exists, limit exists. Second model, value does not exist, but limit existed. Third model,
Function exists.
value does not exist. Sorry, value exists, but limit does not exist. So how to draw graph for this? Graph is important. How to draw graph for this? That will give you clarity also on the concept. Nothing, you have to draw both the lines. What are the 2 lines we have now? What are the 2 lines we have?
X plus 3
Y
and
equal to x plus 3 is one line. F of x you should call it as x, right? Sorry, f of x you should call it as y, right? Another line is what? Y equal to x plus 1.
1.
Y equal to x plus 1. Copy dash. Shall I go to next page? Let us see. How to draw it, Mattel? Okay, I'll draw here on little. Draw properly. Graphs are important. Later on, you want to draw and see, you won't get it. Now only when I am drawing, draw it properly. First one, what are the points, ma? First one. First one, what are the points?
There at x equals 0, y equals 3.
At x equal to 0, y equal to 8.
3, sir.
3. 1 point is 0, 3. Ma. Another one?
At x equals minus 3, y equals 0.
So another point is minus 3, 0. So line will come like this. Correct or not, ma? Line will come like this. Next line, ma. At x equal to 0, y is?
1.
1. At x equal to 0, y is 1. At y equal to 0?
X equals minus 1.
Minus 1. That means it is like this. It won't be, it will be little bit inclined like this. But here I need to erase certain things. This is very important. See, I need to erase certain things. Which one I should erase? That green line should be there within what region, ma? That green line should be drawn from which region to which region?
X less than or equal to 2.
Until 2 only I should draw, correct or not? After 2 I should not draw it, no. But I'm extending it infinite, right? That is wrong. No. What should I do? I should draw this green line, keep on drawing till point 2 only you should draw. After 2 you should not draw. At point 2, this is the point 2, right? At point 2 you need to stop the green line. At point 2 you need to stop the green line. Okay, at point 2 you need to stop the green line. You can't extend it. Here you need to stop it. Next, what about this other line? Yellow line. It should not be drawn throughout. It should be drawn only
Greater than 2.
after 2 only you should draw. That means it will be here. Correct or not? Now you can see a breakage point. No, at 2 there is a breaking, right? At 2 there is a breaking or not? If you go below 2, function is giving how much below 2 if you go? If function is giving value 5, correct or not? If you go above 2, function is giving value. Function is giving value. Above 2, how much it is giving ma function? Value how much it is giving above 2. And that means above 2 means just above 2, neighborhood of 2, right side neighborhood of 2.
3.
3 it is giving. See, there is so much variation in the left hand limit and right hand limit, correct or not? And there is a breakage in the function also. That's why we say limit does not exist. Clear, ma? Sorry, function breaks, then can I say limit does not exist? Means you can't say, ma. Okay. Last time breaking, this breaking difference is what? Previous question breaking point you saw, right? Now also you saw breaking point, right? That line got broken. No, here also line got broken, right? This breaking, that breaking difference is what, ma? What is the
Sir,
difference?
in that one, it's a gap in a linear progression, sir. Here
Yeah,
it's
that was very close, correct or not? The breaking point, I mean, the next graph started just after the breaking point, correct or not? Here, see, there is a gap. There is a proper gap between the above line and below line where they can't, like, you can't limit them. They already got too much separated. So too much separated, no limit does not. Clear, ma? Done or not? Okay. See, graphical meaning first. Graphical meaning, whenever you see graph, how to say limit does not exist or exist means, write down. See, if I give you some curve like this, and then at this point function exists or not, ma? At this point function exists or not?
yes, sir.
Function value exists. Limiting value exists or not?
Yes, sir.
It exists only. Why there is no?
There's no large gap.
Yeah, here you say there is no, here function exists, function value exists, limit also exists. Write down my important this analysis. Graphically is important, not just doing limit sums. They'll say do this, so this is how you should calculate limiting value. That's not enough. Should learn better. Better learning is important. At least first 2-3 classes, better learning is important. Later on, we'll jump into textbook, but we should feel meaningful first what we are doing. Suppose this graph, I'll draw properly. This is the graph. Tell me, at this point, function exists or not? Function value exists or not?
Sir, no.
No, because it is breaking, right? It's breaking, correct or not? So, function value undefined, correct or not? Break is there means what, ma? Function value is not defined, okay? What about limit, ma? What about limit?
Limit exists, sir.
Limit exists. Why ma? That point is not before that point, above that point, there is no too much gap is not there. I mean, both of them will give you almost same y value they will give, correct or not? If you go just below that point or above that point, both of them will give you same value. Clear, ma? So limit exists. LHL will be equal to RHL there. LHL will be equal to RHL, ma, such cases. Suppose if I give you some function like this, like drop the point with red line. At this point, tell ma. At this point, limit exists or not? Sorry, function value exists or not, first of all? Function value existing or not at that point?
Yes, sir.
No, since breakage is there, function value is, I mean, it may or may not exist. You can't say that, okay? Because at that point, last time also at that point, it was defined because below they were asking you to take some function, okay? Equal to symbol came, no. That's why function got existed, okay? Now this situation, what happened? What about limit you tell? Function value, it's okay. May or may not exist. Okay. Function value may or may not exist. My answer is. What about limit?
Limit does not exist.
Limit will not exist. Correct or not? Why? Why?
Because there's a large difference between the limit point.
That breaking point, if you go just below, it is giving some value. Just above, it is somewhere, function is somewhere else. So the such cases, we will say limit does not exist. Any doubt about these three things? Any doubts? Tilma.
And the third one also, there is a gap.
There is a gap, but function may or may not exist.
Okay.
Function value. I'm not talking about limit is very clear. Limit does not exist because if you go below that point, this is some point 2. If you go below that point, you need to take this below line. I mean that value, some 3. Let's say this coordinate is 2, and this coordinate is some 5. So below 2, you will tell 2 is the answer, but above 2, we have to tell the answer is 5 because line is coming up after 2. After 2 line is coming up means then that they are giving 2. Left neighborhood is giving 2 value, right neighborhood is giving 5 value. So left hand limit is not equal to right hand limit, so we'll say limit does not.
Okay.
Here if you go left side almost will give you 2, right side also will almost give you 2 only because graph is not going too much separation is not happening there, just beside to each other. So that y value effect will not be there.
Okay.
Means limit value exists there.
Okay.
So when limit issue will come? When limit issue will come? Limit exist or not exist? When that issue will come? Graphically, when that issue will come? Graphically, when limit existence issue will come?
When there is a sudden change in value.
When issue will come, I am asking first. When you need to start talking about limit or limit exists or not exists, or when you should start worrying? When there is a breaking point. Breaking point, you need to see, oh, here limit might not exist or exist. If there is no breaking points, what you can say? Limiting value is for every point, the limit will exist. If breaking point is not there, you can close your eyes and say limit exists. Clear, Amma? If you see graph, does limit exist or not at every point? If you don't have breakings, then you will say limit exists.
Limit exists.
When you have breaking point, you have to be careful. When you have breaking point, function is not defined here. May or may not be defined. Function definitely breaking point it may or may not be defined, but based on the what type of function is given. But what about limit means you need to go left side and see what is the function situation and right side and see what is the function. If too much variation is giving in the output, then you will say limit does not exist. Clear, mom? Okay. This one you remember like example, ma. You remember like example. You remember like this practical example I am giving, okay? There are 3 shops, ma. There are 3 shops. There are 3 shops, okay? This is shop 2. This is shop 1. This is shop 3. Clear? Now father asked you to go and find out how much is the price of TV. How much is the price of TV? He asked you to go and find. Clear, amma? TV means particular TV, particular brand or phone. Okay, or phone. How much is iPhone 13 or iPhone? Okay. They asked you to make. When you went, what happened means the shop is closed. When you went, what happened? The shop is closed. But you need to give certain value to father. What will you do? What will you do? You need to tell him no how much it would be roughly. So what will you do? What will you do, ma, when that shop is closed? You are obedient children. Huh? You'll go and say, Appa, that shop is closed. Appa. Then what will he say? What he will say? If you go and say that shop is closed, what you will say?
Go to other shop.
You should have asked in other shops. No, you'll say correct or not. So you'll go and ask in other shops. That you need to do. This fellow told, sir, it is 40,000 rupees. And this fellow told it is 70,000 rupees. Understood that? After knowing those two, can you tell father what is the value of iPhone 13 in shop 2? Can you tell, ma? You'll take average of that. You can't take average. No, correct. No. Can you tell what is the value of iPhone in that shop, ma? Tell, ma. Can you
No,
give?
sir.
You can't give. No, that is only limit does not exist issue. Freedom. Center is blocked, right? Center is blocked. At that point, you don't know the value of the function. When you don't know value at that function, what will you do? You'll go to left side shop and ask. You'll go to right side shop and ask. Both of them will give you too much different value. Means you'll say limit does not exist. That means you can't tell proper value to your father that this is this much. Clear, amma? Understood?
Yes.
Or another situation is what? Suppose this shop fellow told you 39,000. This shop fellow told you some 40,000 something like that. Then what you can tell to going home? 2 fellows told this much. So definitely shop 2 might have. You'll get that confidence. No, shop 2 might have 39,500 or maximum 39 to 40 solranga. Like that you'll tell, correct or no? So that is the case of limit existence. If you are able to give, so when you are trying to tell limit, when limit will exist, when left hand limit and right hand limit, both of them should give you some appropriate value to tell the value of function at that point. But actually that point is not there, it is closed. Understood or not? You remember this example, then only you will understand what is limit. Clear? Any doubt? Don't remember like fully mechanical. Sir, whatever you told is actually correct application. Practically we will do. Limit means that only, practically means correct, ma. Limit means that only practically. Practically limit means that only. I didn't give you some random example. This practically limit means that only in real world also. In real world also, when you are trying to observe the rates of certain thing, if you are trying to observe the iPhone rates in different countries, when you will say limit does not exist means, and there is not so much variation between here value and US value. Understood?
Sir, if there is light variation, then it may exist or may not exist.
Slight. Sir, how much is that slight? I can't tell you. How much is that slight means I can't tell. Actually, in case of our sums, it is to be just 0.1, like very small difference, 0.1, almost 0 kind of thing we should see. But here, here almost 1,000 rupees difference is there, but 1,000 is less only, compared. I mean, that depends. That's the limit is not an appropriate value. So I can't say how much small means. 40,000, 70,000, obviously it's a big difference. For 39,000, 40,000, I see it as a small difference only. A very 1,000 rupees only difference. No, we'll see.
Okay.
But mostly people will like more than 3,000, 4,000. If they see, then they'll say, okay, we'll go for lower shop. But let's say this fellow tells you 39,000. Then what? This fellow tells you 40,000. 40,000, he will tell this fellow. What father will say, I'll take in this shop only because it's okay, 1,000 rupees. I rely on, they will have some belief also, no, on the shop. I'll say, it's okay, this is my regular shop, I'll take it. But if they say 45,000 rupees here, then he will start thinking, correct or not? He'll start thinking, 5,000 we are wasting like that. That small difference they'll not consider. We will that limit small difference if we don't consider means limit exist. That difference is coming too much means limit does not exist. Why we are investigating in the neighborhood? You will get doubt, no sir. Why we are calculating neighborhood value? Why we are investigating neighborhood value, ma? Why we are investigating neighborhood value? Neighborhood lo, why are we doing the investigation? Tell why we had to go to neighborhood shops?
Because second shop is closed.
Because function is not defined in the at that point. So I have to go to neighborhood, no, or else how will I give you some value? The shop is closed, no, ma. How will I get the value at that neighborhood? I had to go to neighborhood because the function is not defined at that point. Not defined means the shop is closed. I don't know the value at that function. Sir, no, sir, you told it is not defined, na, that only. Sir, so in school they told it is infinity. So I can assume infinity value. Infinity means not defined. Not defined is the word, right? Infinity means not defined. So you can assume infinity means not, sir, infinity means it is 1 crore. No, infinity means you can tell infinite values for that output, correct or not? I can tell 40,000, I can tell for 39,000, I can tell 50,000, I can tell 70,000, I can tell 80,000, I can tell any value because it is not closed. It is closed. So I can't give any value.